Thanks for staying tuned. I'm Colin Abrams with the HGP Sportscast. The Ghana Jaguars are in a comfortable position on the first day after rain stopped play in the afternoon session of the 9th round of the Digital PCL 4-day regional tournament. Stanford Howard has more.
Barbados Pride won the toss and elected to field. The Jaguars were stunned in the second delivery of their innings when opener Chandrayan Chanjapal was bowled by Kemar Roach. It took the Bajans another 51 overs before another wicket fell to break the 148-run second wicket partnership of Chandrapal Hemraj and skipper Leon Johnson, during which the Jaguars recovered from 0 for 1 to 2 for 148 runs. It took 11 deliveries for the wickets of Vishal Singh 11, wicketkeeper Anthony Bramble 4, and skipper Leon Johnson 56, a stint which gave the Pride the upper hand after lunch, with the Jaguars clawing at 184 for 5 before the rain stopped play. At stumps, veteran Chimvnarayan Chanjapal was on 3 and Raymond Reefer on 1. Reporting for the HGP Sportscast, I'm Stanford Howard.
Thank you, Stanford. Skipper Emmanuel Stewart gets a feel of the trophy during the opening ceremony of the ICC Under-19 Cricket World Cup at Hagley Oval in Christchurch. The upcoming tournament runs from January 13 to February 3. This is the 12th edition of the ICC Under-19 Cricket World Cup, and West Indies are the defending champions. Group A comprises the West Indies, New Zealand, South Africa, and Kenya. Group B, formed by Australia, India, PNG, and Zimbabwe. Group C, Bangladesh, Canada, England, and Namibia. Group D, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Afghanistan, and Ireland. According to the event format, the top 2 sides from each group will advance to the Super League, while the remaining 8 teams will figure out the plate championship. The preliminary round matches will be followed by quarter-finals, semi-finals, and finals, plus the playoffs. As the Hero CPL global audience continues to increase, a monumental growth is expected during the 2018 season. Here's more. The Hero Caribbean Premier League continued its fantastic growth during the 2017 season with combined broadcast and digital viewership of almost 200 million. This, according to a CPI release, represents an increase of 25% on the last season, further cementing the Hero CPL as one of the fastest-growing cricket tournaments in the world. The largest audience share was in India, where broadcast viewership increased by 19% to more than 97 million. The next largest broadcast market was the Caribbean, where there was a total viewership figure of 48 million for the tournament that took place between August 4 to September 9, 2017. Further to successes in India and the Caribbean, there was also a significant increase in the USA, where there was more than 100% lift in viewership on the figures of the 2016 CPL. There was also a figure increase in the digital viewership for the tournament, with 25% of the total audience coming through various digital channels, which is testament to the innovative nature of the Hero CPL's online offerings. Damian O'Donoghue, the Chief Executive Officer of Hero CPL, said, with continued year-on-year growth, the Hero CPL goes into 2018 season with momentum to secure an even larger audience for the next edition of the tournament. We are delighted to see the biggest party in sport being watched by more people than ever and expect this trend to continue. Ghana Jaguars pair of Anthony Bramble and Vishal Singh, along with Jamaica Scorpions Asad Fuddin, were penalized for level 1 breaches of the Code of Conduct during the 8th round of matches of the Digital 4-Day Championships. Stanford has more.
In a release from CWI, Bramble, Singh, and Fuddin all admitted to their respective offense, which occurred in the match between Scorpions and Jaguars at Sabina Park in Kingston, Jamaica. The charges were brought about by umpire Jacqueline Williams and Jonathan Blades, along with reserve umpire Christopher Wright. Match referee Devonda Hales imposed fines as per the Code of Conduct, having considered the umpire's report. Bramble was fined 15% of his match fee for a breach of Section 1-2 of the Code of Conduct during the Jaguars' second innings. The umpires, according to CWI, reported that Bramble pointed to his shoulder, indicating the ball didn't touch his bat when he was given out, caught behind in the 13th over of his side's second innings, playing behavior that could be deemed as showing dissent at an umpire's decision by action or verbal abuse. Singh was charged 20% of his match fee for a breach of Section 1-1 of the Code of Conduct during the Jaguars' second innings, when he was dismissed. Singh was also reported by the umpires for slamming his bat into the pavilion wall on leaving the field after his dismissal and then hitting a bottle in the direction of the reserve umpire, displaying behavior that could be deemed as abuse of cricket equipment or clothing, ground equipment or fixtures and fittings. Fudderdin was also fined 15% of his match fee for a breach of Section 1-2 of the Code of Conduct during the 30th over of the Jaguars' second innings, when the batsman Shivnarine Chandrapal was ruled not out, following an appeal. CWI said the umpires reported that Fudderdin threw the ball and his helmet to the ground in dissatisfaction following the umpire's ruling, displaying behavior that could have been deemed as showing dissent at an umpire's decision by action or verbal abuse. Reporting for the HGP Sportscast, I'm Stanford Howard.
Thank you, Stanford. The mighty Golden State Warriors were brought to their knees on Wednesday night by the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's more. There was a lot of buzz around the Golden State Warriors ahead of their Wednesday matchup with the Los Angeles Clippers. The day started with news that Stephen Curry suffered an ankle injury and was going to miss the game. The stage was then set for Kevin Durant, who delivered with a big first half to become the second youngest player in NBA history to reach 20,000 career points. But in the end, the night belonged to Clippers guard Lou Williams, who caught fire to the tune of a career-high 50 points as Los Angeles Clippers rolled to a 125-106 win over Golden State at Oracle Arena. The first quarter was won by the Warriors with 35 points and Clippers 32. The second quarter ended in similar fashion as the Warriors put up 27 and Clippers 26. This showed that the Warriors could have taken the game, but they were very misinformed. After the halftime, the Clippers returned with vengeance in a bid to steal the game. The third quarter saw the Clippers coming up victorious, ending with an 11-point lead over the reigning champs. The fourth quarter was even more disappointing for the Warriors fans when the points gap at the end of this quarter was widened again after the Clippers ended with 28 points and Warriors 16. This was a remarkable performance, one that upstaged Durant, who scored 40 points of his own on his milestone night. And that has brought us to the end of this edition of the HGP Sportscast. Before we go, remember, adversity causes some men to break and others to break records. Goodbye.